Hello, friends. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. So, here we have some very clear message, and it's like really straightforward what I'm getting. It says that you have done enough, you've been very patient, understanding, you've waited, you've given space, you have sent love, you tried to see things from every possible angle just to uh, just to be nice to people. um, you even gave yourself a pep talk, like, okay, like this time they're gonna get it. Or even though they hurt you, even though they were really bad to you, they really put you in a very bad spot, like a spot that could have put you in big trouble, literally. You still thought that, okay, maybe this person is having a tough time, or maybe they need to learn something, or maybe they need to figure it out. So keeping your own self behind, you've somehow sorted that thing out. You still told that person that, look, you must focus on positive things, you must focus on solutions. If you need any help, I'm there for you to sort it out. I mean, I don't think you could have done it more in a more humanitarian way than this. But the truth is, if they were gonna get it by now, they would have. Okay. So I don't think so. This is about cutting someone off or throwing a tantrum. It's about realizing that no matter how much love, time, energy, or second chances you throw at someone, you can't do their work. You can't do their inner work. So, Ace of Cups is also telling me that this is a new beginning for you. Like, you as a person, you yourself also needed to go through this process. Like, um in some ways, it's like God does want us to be patient with people. God also wants us to give them some chances. If you feel like, okay, they can fix it or figure it out, you be there for them. But that's it. After a point, you can't. So they would know and they would remember that you were very patient for them, towards them. And you're not doing it in a planned manner. You did whatever you could. You did have, and you do have love for these people, but the way you see love, it has changed. You're no longer taking their tantrums or pampering them or going like, oh, okay, I understand you're coming from this situation or this space, or you got this programming, because you're so sensitive. You know that programming can do this or do that. In your own life, programming did a lot of things, like, you know where you are today, you're doing inner work, but you are doing inner work, you are conscious and aware, and you got that consciousness and awareness in a divine manner. Maybe they need to go through that process, and they can only go through that process when you put your foot down. And you're also a human being. You are being like humanitarian and you're being like a really nice person, but you got to be nice towards your own self as well. Like, you've gone through a lot because of whosoever it is. This can be a romantic connection, this can be a non-romantic connection as well. Universe is literally telling you also, like, just stop it, let it be. Don't be their mama, don't be their manager, don't be their nanny. Just let it be. This is like a stubborn child energy. It can be in a man, it can be in a woman that you're dealing with. It's like a stubborn child energy who's also very manipulative. It's like there's manipulation, they know how to play with your emotions. And these people, they have no problem suddenly being nice to you, suddenly uh, being like, okay, I'm there for you, or, sending you some nice messages, because energetically they know that you're done with them. Energetically, they know that you can't take their shit anymore, their bullshit. This is like an expiration date on old cycles. The loop is like exhausted itself. You are feeling exhausted over this person. Like, every time you think about this person, you're not feeling peaceful, you're not feeling happy. You feel like even by talking to them, even by just dealing with them, you are feeling like your energy is not there, or you feel fatigued because you're so done with their drama. You're so done with their drama, their bad behavior. They're taking you for granted. They're acting like, uh, I mean, that energy is like very sort of, you can't take it anymore energy. So if you're letting it go for your own peace, congratulations, you are on the right track. Okay. Now there's a huge shift happening, and it's like happening all over the world. Okay. Four of Wands in this context means that this is going to be good for you, because this shift is separating people who are ready to evolve from those who still need more time and they're stuck in old patterns. And you're not going to feel bad anymore. Like there was a time, yes, you felt like you missed them, or you probably cried over them, or you tried to do whatever you can for them in order to make them step up. But I see this presence of Kali energy also. The Kali energy is like, I don't want to take this anymore. So I'm going to destroy this demonic energy because it's coming in your field. As long as it stays in other people's field or their field, it's okay. But now that it's coming in my field, I don't want to deal with it. You are also able to see things with more clarity. You didn't have this clarity earlier, but you have it now. And you're like, wow, I was really putting up with a lot. Like you were really putting up with a lot. This is not something you should ideally put up with. You also feel like there was a weight on your shoulder, and by not interacting with these people, either it's one person or it's more than one person, by not interacting with them, by not dealing with them, by maybe blocking their energy in some way or the other, you feel very relaxed, you feel very light, you feel very peaceful without them. With them you are not feeling peaceful, there's always something going on. Okay, now you can remember God, or you can do what you love, and you can love yourself, and maybe other people who care for you in genuine ways are also showing up. People who actually are helping you, they're taking off your burden, even if they have nothing to do with it, but they love you so much or they care for you so much that they are helping you take off that burden and be light and easy and be happy. So, why this is happening? Of course, it's divine timing. The star popped out on its own, and also the Ace of Swords. So, it's time for you to get into new ideas, new energy, new beginnings, new projects, new plans, or breakthroughs. It's also indicating that your intellectual ability and mental clarity has become better. It's indicating good news in relation to, maybe, if it's like some kind of contract work related. Also, I see here it's more work related. You're going to get better work, better money, or in case you want to do something, you're going to manifest that opportunity or whatever you want, that dream, because whatever you want to do is good for you. It's good for your mental state, it's good for your healing, it's good for your progress in life, it's good for you accepting the right type of love in your life. Yeah, so there's a lot of mental clarity and success. And I also see that you've learned your lesson, you've done your part. So now they cannot complain and they cannot say, you didn't do this for me, you didn't do that for me. If they still do, I mean, I think you're not even allowing them to communicate to that level that they can trigger you anymore, because they did trigger you a lot and you were just like babying them, these people. Now, there is inspiration and you feel very content. You're not feeling codependent, you're not hooked on to their energy. And if you do, you got some ways, you got some modality, some ways, some way of healing, or something that if you do it, you're going to come back in your energy. And as you do whatever you do to lift yourself up, you also realize more and more things, you see things more clearly. You see why you were codependent, or if you were not codependent, you can see now why God wanted you to deal with these people, because you had to really understand this energy and you had to see it from all perspectives and all angles. So no more chasing, or no more waiting, or no more hoping that they're going to fix themselves, or next time it will be different, or this opportunity, this chance that you give to them will be different, they'll be better, blah blah blah. I mean, at some point, you had to accept that if they wanted to show up, they would have done it by now. If they were meant to meet you where they are, where you are, sorry, not they are, you are above, you are on a level that they need to level up, okay? And if they meant to be where you are, they will, by now they would have, and in future they will. You don't need to bother about it anymore, okay? But they have to do it by themselves without your help. What you were trying to do was you're trying to help them out, you're trying to somehow heal them or be a support system. You cannot be a support system for the same person who's harassing you, or the same person who is sucking out your energy. Okay, if it's a situationship, you gotta stop romanticizing it, because it's like, funny way of saying it, it's not a love story, rather it's a cautionary tale, like, be careful. So if it's a situationship you're dealing with, then too they need to show up, they need to level up, otherwise you are really really good. If they want to be with you or at your level, they got to work for it, they got to work hard on it. It can't be like dropping a bit of this and that here, love bombing, in between. It's not done. If it's a non-romantic situation and you're dealing with this stubborn person who's always cranky, who's always like showing throwing tantrums, like, they would say things just because they want it their way. If they don't get it their way, they can lie and they can make you feel bad. And that's like a horrible thing to do. Like, let's say somebody wants to watch a TV show, okay? And they know it's very toxic, it's unhealthy, it's bad for them, their mind, their health. And you show up at that time, okay, just by chance. So instead of saying to you that, hey, I want to watch this TV show, they would tell you, hey, every time you show up, like, I'm not happy because you just show up unannounced. Or, and it's also like a very close relationship, let's say, okay? So there's no such thing as you have to be there only announced or unannounced. So they'll say, why did you come here unannounced? Or uh, you're talking a lot, or you're like wasting my energy, or I need to do my this work or that work. They're lying to you on your face, point blank. But instead of telling you the truth that I need to do this activity, maybe they're scared of you, maybe they're whatever they feel for you, that in front of you they don't want to be that toxic or be whatever, do the toxic stuff, but they're not taking it on themselves. Instead of that, they put it on you, that you are the confusion creator, negativity creator, or distraction. In some ways they would say, oh, you know what, I have to actually read a book, but because of you I'm not able to read the book. So they make you feel like very bad. They make you feel wrong for no reason, wrong for you actually being good. And let's make it even better. Maybe you go actually to them to check on them, to check on their health, or to check on something else that they had told you. Maybe 2 days back they told you they're not feeling well, or they need to rest. But when you go there, instead of, let's say, watching a TV show, it's like they're having a house party. But 2 days back, they told you they're not keeping well. So you just went in with a bunch of flowers to tell them, hey, take rest. But suddenly you show up, the house party is about to start, and they don't want you to know. So they have to pretend like, oh, I'm still sick. Why did you come up? Like, you would have called me, or you could have just sent the flowers via someone. I feel disturbed right now. So they put it on you instead of taking it like on them, which is the truth. These are all examples I can give to you in case of some non-romantic situation, some very close connection. Maybe uh, I can see some kind of parental energy here. I can see some kind of sibling bond here. I can see some kind of friendship bond here. You know, even boss and employee connection, or employee boss, other way around also. So you were always there for them with your arms wide open. Like you're always ready to help them out. You want them to get their act together, but you were getting emotionally exhausted. And every time you tried to pull away from this person, they would bring you back in their loop by whatever I just said, love bombing, or just doing something really nice, and again putting it all on you. Like you would feel like guilty. Am I the one who is misunderstanding them? No, you're not. Trust me. So now you got to focus on yourself. You don't have to do the fake drama that they do. You're not like that. You're not a person who can fake love, or you can fake bonding, or you can fake closeness. You are a really straightforward person, as how I can see your energy. It's not a selfish thing. It's not like you don't care about anyone anymore. You do care about them, but you know that this is not the right way to do it, and you refuse to keep putting yourself last or on the back burner. Okay, so this journey is not about fixing another person or waiting them to catch up. It's about becoming so solid in yourself that whether they come back or not, or whether they level up or not, or whether they probably end everything or not, you are good either way. So 10 of wands, again, same thing that I just said a while back. You took a lot of burden, you took greater responsibility. You thought that by making everything tough, or by taking all of this onto you, it's all going to be temporary and it's all going to get fine, it's all going to get better. You were willing to do the hard work that the other person is supposed to do, technically. So you need to say no to other people. You should not, and you will not, according to this reading, add more onto your own. You got your own things to do, man. You gotta do your stuff, all right? If I say it in a Russian accent, I would say, you have to do your own thing, baby girl or baby boy. You gotta love yourself. You gotta be so solid in yourself. You gotta be so solid in yourself that whenever they come back or not, you are good either way. Okay? And honestly, the second you truly embrace yourself, the game changes. This connection will not drain your energy. It can no longer overpower you. It can no longer overpower you or drain your energy. I love to say it like this. You stop feeling stuck in limbo and you realize that you're actually happy. Like without them, you're happy. Okay? You're happy. Anyway, that's because you're finally aligning with the energy that you're meant to be in. That's your own energy. And once that happens, universe is gonna do its thing. Universe is gonna spread the magic dust on you like this. And if they're supposed to meet you there, they will. Okay? If not, you're too busy living your life to care. Okay? Okay, so I'm just gonna like sort of conclude it, okay? So remember, gotta continue on this path, okay? And I think you will, but still, let go of control, focus on your own joy, stop waiting for these people to show up, trust that you have already done enough. You are free now, baby girl, you're free. Or baby boy, you're free. Free from all the drama. Free from all the drama. You don't need the drama. They can give the drama to their mama. All right? Okay, so life goes on. And this is where I close this reading. this tarot reading. In case you want a personal session, you can check out the description box. All important links are given in the description box. Just do not tell me everything in advance. You want to get my book, you can only get it from the Amazon Kindle link that I'm sharing over here. It's a magical book. Invest in yourself, read that book, okay? And if you want to work with me like properly, thoroughly, then I got some really cool therapies that help you release the stuck and pent up trauma, karma, and you can be like this beautiful butterfly. Because sometimes people are stuck in that caterpillar energy. They need someone's hand to take them to the other side, but they don't get that right hand. Okay, I'm not going to guarantee anything. I'm a very honest person, guys, because I believe in divine timing. I know that people who come to me for therapy, it's always happening via divine timing, and they know it. I don't do any recommendation stuff. I don't ask people to give me recommendations or speak about me. If they want to speak about it, they can, but I'm not asking them to do so, because for me, what matters is them going through the breakthroughs. For me, what matters is to see the change in them, and I can see that change. For some people, it can, the progress, it's a bit slow, and for some people, it's really fast. Some people are like superwoman, supermen. They like go like that. Anyway, so see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and victory to Ram. Victory to Ram. Keep chanting the solar plexus mantra. Don't forget. All right, so Milaya, Moya, Lubov, Moya, Sladkaya. See you in the next one. Mwah.